Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new.
Then I bebopped all over that guy.
You did. That's nasty sounding. Anyway, sorry.
If we did not still have multi-track editing, I would stab you, Deebs.
I don't have any more characters.
No, we have multi-track editing, so I still hate you, but slightly less.
As you can hear from this recording, if Gary hasn't edited it all out, thank you as always for editing, Gary. This is going to be a little bit different from what we normally do. Hello again, it's me, Alex DeBoy. This time I'm DMing again, and not just being a player. And this is called Crits and Grits, a Convention of Dragons. This is where we would do like the fanfare music and all that if we had copyright licensed music and all that. But we don't. So instead, I'll just get to the nitty and the gritty of everything and introduce everybody like we always do. Starting off with Gary, who I already thanked for editing everything. Gary, how's it going tonight?
It's going great. Just filling up a sack with D20s right now because I got to buy that plane ticket to Dallas.
What does that even mean?
Beat me to death with a sock full of D20s.
Did you bring the carrots?
I'm all out of characters or carrots. I'm all out of carrots.
I have crackers.
You know, Abby, you are on the way to the airport. I am going to take your box of crackers, and if there's a fireplace there, I'm going to throw it in that fireplace.
Is there a fireplace? I haven't noticed. I think we do have a fireplace, though.
Not even going to start the fire. Just going to throw them in there and leave.
Oh no, my Kroger brand wheat crisp crackers. Whatever shall I do?
By the way, listeners, this is Abby. Abby, say hello. Are you?
Hello. And hello to Gary, who has to edit all of this bullshit. Have fun.
Hey, future Gary, eat a bag of dicks.
And that is the good Dr. Deebs crunching away.
No, that's me.
Oh, that
was me.
Crunching away. I don't know. I don't have the multi-track everything up. Somebody else does. I'm only working off of one monitor. But good doctor, what's the good doctor advice today? We haven't done one of those in a while.
Oh man. What is good doctor advice? Hold on. Come back to me, Gary. Gary, edit this out. I'll come up with something.
Don't edit it out.
Get your COVID shots.
Yeah, get a COVID booster. That's a good one. Get a flu booster and a COVID booster. Probably not the same weekend because I did that last year, and your boy felt like shit.
Would you suggest doing them in the same arm?
No, different arms.
Okay. Fun. Can't wait.
Unless you feel confident you can spend 48 hours without the use of one of your arms, get them in different arms.
Gotcha.
It hurt a lot.
And last but definitely not least, our good friend Jeff. Mr. Jeff, how's it going this evening?
Hey, what's up? I am
good. All right, so as you all heard from the beginning of everything here, which this is a sort of introduction episode to this new campaign arc we're doing that is not part of the current main campaign, which, congratulations, Gary. Your campaign is the main campaign now, and my stuff is the
both campaigns were always the main campaign.
Yes, maybe? I have no idea.
Don't put these expectations on me.
Well, you know what then? I won't. I will say that they're equal campaigns at neck and neck, which is great. But yes, this is a new campaign that we are doing here. And before we get into like what we're all going to do, I do want to actually tell a little story that does get a little sad in the middle, but it is important through the main story of both Crits and Grits and also this campaign. So all the way back in 2018, I started getting back into Dungeons and Dragons after catching the bug with 3.5 edition all the way back in like 2007. and then forgetting about it, and then being like, oh, Dungeons and Dragons, that could be fun to play again. And I wanted to play a campaign at my college that I was at that was going to be set all in Florida. It was going to be fun. It was going to be great. And then it never happened because it just never did. I did have a villain who was like a lich who was based off of a current senator of Florida. You can guess which one.
Was it Ron
if-
DeSantis?
He's not a senator.
Oh,
No, for anybody that that is at all familiar with Florida, it's the one that we refer to as Voldemort.
Or Skeletor, whichever we're feeling spicy.
Or Skeletor. That's also another good one. If you see a gaunt, skinny bastard waving around awful policies, it's that one.
Yep. His lich name was going to be Sick Rot, which I thought was really clever. I was like, this is really good. I could make a whole campaign here. And then that campaign all fell apart, and I went to go and do other things. I went to work for Disney. That was a lot of fun when I did that. But then I got back in touch with, because I was already in touch with Jeff. We were already in Florida at different points in Florida. But I got back in touch with Gary as well, and I was like, hey, I have an idea for like a big overarching campaign. Do you want to be in it? And Gary said, no, fuck you. I hate you. Please die. But then I got Deebs into it, and he was like, I kind of like you a little bit.
I like you a lot.
Sure. And then I said, I sweetened the deal with saying that, yeah, Jeff's kind of already on board. And they both were like, oh, fuck it. Yeah, we'll do it. And then Abby.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff.
You're
Abby
welcome, every listener.
And I think, Gary, you were the one who sold me on Abby. And it's been just fantastic ever since.
Yeah, but keep in mind, you did have to talk with my lawyers for like 4 weeks.
I was ironically like half joking about joining at first. I was like, I bet they're full. I'm just going to leave a comment anyways.
Nope. And then we got in, and it became a whole campaign set in Georgia. And the way that the original campaign was supposed to go was it was supposed to be all of us. It was supposed to be Gary, Drew, Jeff, Abby, and all of our friends that were NPCs in the game, all doing fun, cool stuff together through all these different adventures. We did things. It started off with a concert at the Drunken Unicorn in Atlanta with MC Chris. And then it went to a holiday party with our friends, and the world was going to open up and be weird and magical because suddenly this world of ours was inundated with magic. And yes, these did have real dates of things. The beginning of the campaign actually took place in 2009. And then a couple years later, it was Christmas 2011. And then it kept going and snowballing. And the way that the campaign was supposed to go was in the story, it would be an arc, and then another arc a couple months later, a couple months later, a couple months later. I was going to have us all go through different places, like the CDC in Atlanta. There was going to be a whole night at the aquarium and Fernbank and Helen, which, Helen happened. That was a good old time. Savannah was going to be a big thing. Also kind of happened in a little mini campaign arc. Kind of is, kind of isn't canon to the whole story. And eventually, in the time frame and timeline of everything, it would be Labor Day weekend in Atlanta. And Labor Day weekend in Atlanta is a very important weekend because you try to avoid it unless you are doing one of two things. Either you are big into Atlanta Braves baseball, which I think right now they won the NL East, so go Braves! Congratulations. Yeah.
Or college football. Or college
football. That's true.
That's the Chick-fil-A kickoff game.
Yep. I knew I forgot something. Thank you, Dr. Deebs. Or you're a giant fucking nerd, and you go to downtown Atlanta, sorry. It's been a hot second since I've been in that whole area, and you go experience the 4.5, 5 day long extravaganza of nerdy bullshit called Dragon Con. It is quite an experience. It is unlike anything that I think some people have never experienced. A lot of people have. Probably most of the people that listen to this, but some people, they probably haven't, which that's on them.
Yeah, downtown Atlanta just becomes a fucking lawless wasteland for 5 days if you've never been. Like,
It's
it
fantastic.
legit becomes a lawless wasteland. It is nerd Mardi Gras.
You have people trying out Braves tickets, and at the same time, there's some idiot running around trying to like ball people up like it's Katamari Damacy. It's pure insanity.
It is a wonderful time, and everything.
You have good, God-fearing people here for some American college football standing next to some stormtroopers, and it's like, oh, what are they dressed like that for?
Don't forget the angry Bible thumpers.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I haven't.
I think over the years, like, the sports people and the actual con people have started to coexist and become closer. Like, it's not as bad as you think when you hear, oh yeah, there's going to be sports people hanging out at the hotels too. Like, most of the time, the sports people are pretty fucking chill.
The Dragon Con sports people are a lot better than the AWA sports people were.
Mm-hmm.
I will say.
Although I think the weirdest thing is like when it's normal people that are at the convention hotels, where it's just like businessmen who have decided to go to Atlanta for a 3-day weekend doing business deals or whatever, and they are running down these halls in very nicely pressed suits, and they're on the phone going, "There's a bunch of weird fucking people in anime costumes. What the hell is going on here, boss?" I saw that happen twice when I went in 2013. It was so funny.
It's one of my favorite things.
Mm-hmm. But that is kind of like a little bit of a lowdown of what was going on with the main campaign. Eventually, things would continue going forward after the Dragon Con portion of the campaign. The NPCs, or sorry, the players were going to go to a different place, and then it was going to go to a world where all the magic had been sucked away from it, and instead of it being this great magical world, it was like Dark Sun. But instead, it was Dark Sun if it was America. So worse, like post-apocalyptic Fallout-y America. That was kind of the idea of what was going to be like the second to last campaign arc before you fought like God or something like that. So spoilers to a campaign that we will never finish because, and this is where it gets sad, y'all. In 2020, things got really not great. We had the pandemic, and then 2 months in, I had terrible things happen in my family. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But then we got back together and we did other campaign things. The original campaign, we kind of had a scrap, but the Dragon Con campaign, was always kind of in the back of my mind since, at the very least, 2019, 2020. I have been working on this on and off for 3 years, minimum. Possibly a little bit longer, depending on the meat and potatoes of it all. So, yeah, we are now in this whole new campaign that I've been loving this idea of forever. And then what finally clicked with it was last year, Wizards of the Coast dropped Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. And that was when everything kind of opened up for me, where I could pull things, real dragon creatures and real ideas with dragons and everything, to make this whole world of Convention of Dragons eventually work. And it reignited. That was last year, and I think Gary, I started telling you about, I want to start doing this sometime next year, around that time. I think, could be wrong.
I know, like, I've known about this for a while because my character has been ready since the moment you told me about this.
Right? Yeah. And like I remember when you told me about this character that you are going to give us little bits and pieces of information on, which, listeners, by the way, we have not finished our character, or they have not finished their characters, or they're about to this evening, and that's kind of what we're going to do. Finish building these characters and really like bring into the world and all of that. This is this campaign's episode 0, where we set things in motion and get things moving. So if y'all have questions, not the listeners, but you guys, my wonderful players, now's the time. Don't jump in at once.
I have 13 AC.
Nice.
Is there a mechanic for hiding alcohol on my person at all times?
We can build it.
I need y'all to know I literally cannot hide alcohol on my person. I'm playing a plasmoid sorcerer, everybody.
So yeah. Let's talk about that. Who are you guys playing? And by the way, let's also get out of the way some parameters here. A couple things that we're going to really start off with to like help you guys build characters, I guess. Number one, any player race, with one exception, is a-okay to play. That one exception is Gem Dragonborns, because I'm building it that Gem Dragonborns are especially rare in this world. There's like one in every like 100 million. There's
You mean
so
I can change my character to a centaur now? Fuck yeah.
Please don't.
Okay.
Oh
so
my
number
gosh.
I wasn't going to say anything because I knew that my players, my friends, my very good friends, they didn't want to fuck me like that. But if you want to be a centaur, Gary,
why
Please
would I ever
don't.
play a centaur?
please don't.
There's
God.
nothing wrong with centaurs.
I don't even
They're
trust normal
fine.
horses.
Fucking
You,
centaurs.
Abby, you just like to put in challenges with ladders, and you're like, well, how are they going to deal with that? That's on them.
The normal challenges, you mean? Like normal challenges. Shit.
All right, you have to ascend to the tower. All right, there's only a ladder.
You
How you
were the
gonna
one
get
that
up
had
there?
to rewrite a whole bunch of stuff because I didn't say you can't be a centaur fast enough. Like,
I wouldn't rewrite a single goddamn thing.
So I'm gonna just edit my notes
Figure
here.
it out on your own, player. That's my role.
Centaurs are only NPCs because I hate them. So yes, continuing on, all of our player characters are going to be level 5, and they're going to be allowed one magical uncommon level item. This is if you read the books or you're on D&D Beyond, that is a green level item. But yes, and all player classes are allowed, I guess, including Blood Hunter. If you really want to make Matt Mercer very happy, please, Mr. Mercer, do not sue us. I'm begging you.
Do it, coward.
Whoa.
You rich bastard. What are you gonna do? Take our $20?
Listen, I know that he invented the Dungeons and the Dragons, but we don't need to incur his wrath that much. Unless we really want to. That'd be fun. But yeah, those are the basic parameters of character creation and everything. You guys, if you want to roll for it, which as of this recording, most of y'all have already rolled your characters. A-okay, good to go. And you, the listener at home, you can also roll your characters. Roll your own characters. Don't listen to your DM that says you only can use certain select methods of character creation. Do what you want.
Yeah,
It's your
roll
game.
a bunch of centaurs for your DM.
And then send them
if you want
to
your DM
me.
to quit,
Roll your stats at home and then text your stats to 555. And you too can be part of the game.
What's Misha Collins' number? We should have people text them to Misha Collins' phone.
I don't know.
From Supernatural? Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I was about to ask, is that the guy from Supernatural?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure
He's
he'd
also
love
the
that.
guy from that Gotham Knights show that hopefully never gets off the ground. Sorry, Misha, but it looks atrocious, and it's not your fault.
Wait,
But
not
the
one
whole thing looks like a train wreck.
The one about Alfred?
No, but that's also not great.
It's bad. Also a bad idea.
Oh yeah. Let's see. So yeah. What questions do you guys have? What do you want to throw at me? So we can try to like really start building this campaign.
Can I cosplay my favorite Lego Legends character? Can that be my character?
DM that to me, and I will say yay or nay.
I'm going to just make the whole character, and then if you really hate it, you can break my heart and tell me I can't play it.
If you want to save it for the end, then and I can say no.
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm going to make a Triton rogue who is an arcane trickster, and that is my favorite Lego Legends character.
Are you fucking playing Fizz?
No, I'm playing OC
sorry.
Lego Legends character, Gary.
Sorry.
Okay.
I meant
Okay.
Sizzle?
Yeah, who is a Triton that uses a trident, and yes, and is an arcane trickster. Yes, that's my character. That beloved
Hold
Lego
on,
Legends
time for me to become invulnerable for 9,000 years.
It's really not that long. Get butthurt about it though.
Your game is toxic, and you should feel bad.
That's fine. I don't.
Hey, Alex, for hit points, are we rolling?
Yes. Go start at maximum for your level 1, of course, but yes, go ahead and roll.
Fuck.
And does Deeds get disadvantage on everything for being from that series?
Why are you guys so toxic to me? What?
I don't know what this series is, and I mean that with
He is gaslighting us now.
I'm not.
I mean this as wholesomely as I can. I don't know what series you're talking about. I mean that sincerely.
Oh, I'm just stirring the pot. It's League of Legends.
Oh, okay. No, League of Legends is illegal.
I clearly said Lego Legends.
Sorry, Lego Legends.
Sorry,
God.
yes.
League of
Wrong, like 3
If you had
times.
said LOL, if you had said LOL, if you had said LOL, I would have gotten it, maybe.
He's from the hit game LMAO.
Yeah, that's it.
Legion of
Lego Masters of Online.
Yeah. So what else we got?
Masters attacking opponents.
Sure. I don't know. Lane Masters attack opponents. LMAO. That's the game that I'm cosplaying.
Actually, that's a perfect fucking name.
Yeah, I know. I'm a wordsmith. Fuck off.
Oh god.
Also, this was another night where I got like not enough sleep and had a margarita before I played D&D. So again, zipped, zotted, and zooted.
Is this going to be more combat heavy?
I'm gonna try and
step
keep it
away
balanced.
because I don't want to know the answer. I'll be right back.
I'm
gonna be such a problem.
I'm gonna try to keep it balanced between combat and role play, because there's going to be, you're going to be in Atlanta, Fantasy Atlanta, which is just Atlanta with a little bit of sprinkles on it, I guess you would call it.
Fantlanta.
Fantlanta, at Fanta, yes. That's all horrible.
Yep, because people from
gets
Atlanta love nicknames for Atlanta. That's the truth of it.
That's their favorite.
I heard Alex stop talking, so I'm back.
Welcome to Fantlanta, where the players play
Dungeons and Dragons.
I prefer to be surprised.
Well, I hate to surprise you like this, Gary, but there will be hopefully a decent mix of role-playing type stuff and also fighting, because I could throw a curveball at you guys. I don't know yet. I do know yet, but I don't know yet.
Or we could royally fuck something up and it turns into combat.
You could, exactly. I mean,
we often do.
For instance, in the hotels, which there are many of downtown in Atlanta, but will primarily be in taking place in the Hyatt, the Marriott, the Hilton, and the Westin. No, sorry, not the Westin, the Sheraton, where registration happens. There are bars there, and yes, you could inadvertently say, "Hey, cosplayer, your cosplay looks like fucking trash."
Who the fuck would?
Fight. You could. I'm not saying you will. I'm just saying you could. It's up to you. It's whatever you guys want to do.
Unrealistic.
Speaking of the map, I do have like a Dragon Con survival map that shows off like most of everything, mostly the parade route, but it cuts off where the aquarium and World of Coke are, consider that to be also kind of like satellite part of this as well, because they do events at the aquarium too.
And people do photo shoots in Centennial Olympic Park.
Exactly, yeah. Which they're going to be, there might be panels, there might be fake celebrities that I get to terribly voice. I can't wait. It's going to be great. But yeah, let's see what else to drop. Oh yeah, this is kind of actually an important one. Because my original plan had been this is set in the original Crits and Grits universe and timeline. So let's clean that out right now. Do we want it to be Labor Day weekend 2012 or 2022, or do we want it to be in classic universe? Do we want it to be in a whole new universe? How do we want to play that part?
I am definitely okay with 2022 in the OG Crits and Grits universe. Same universe as Long Winter.
Okay.
I concur.
Same.
Well, all of that's the same universe. Long Winter, OG Crits and Grits.
All right. Well, I will edit my notes. Circa Labor Day weekend, DragonCon 2022, depending on popular consensus, which was 2022, and I can dig that, and I can have more relevant pop culture references. Yeah, and I can also delete all of this extra note that I have here that I was kind of okay with.
Now I have to decide my area of specialization for research for my character.
Let's see what else. So yeah, there's also DragonCon, as everyone knows, technically takes place over 4 days, Friday through Monday, but not really, because there's also like Thursday night where everything starts.
Bro,
That's
that's moved to
registration.
Wednesday now.
Oh, it's moved
Yeah,
to
it's like
Wednesday now.
Tuesdays.
Even better.
Like my feed is just Dragon Con.
Yeah, Tuesdays when people start showing up from out of state, and then it just keeps going until Monday.
In a few years, it'll be the war on Conmas as the con takes over July 4th weekend.
I mean, you say that like it's a bad thing, but
No, I'm on board. I'm a soldier in the war for Conmas.
shit, I'm too old for that. I get so tired by Monday. I'm like, peace out.
But yeah, for our campaign and for simplicity's sake, we're going to say that the festivities are going to start on Thursday night, where that's technically registration and pregame night, pre-registration night, and all that. But just for simplicity's sake, we're going to say that's going to be registration. Friday is your first real day of convention. Day is when the parade happens. Sunday and Labor Day weekend, or Labor Day itself, that's when teardown really happens. Sunday is when just like everyone's feeling the funk because that's just what it is.
Sunday is the last day that everybody's there, so they party harder.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know who you went to Dragon Con with, but
Well, no, I know, but like Monday was just like the only day that I remember where everything was just like quiet and nothing was happening. So that'll be just like relaxation, or not even relaxation, but just like looking at the destruction that we've caused in downtown Atlanta and going, dear God, we did this.
I think Sunday was the same day that I got super lit and found that gun.
Gun day.
Oh, that was such a fun story.
Gun day.
Sunday gun day.
So, listeners, I'm gonna make the story short. One Dragon Con. Okay, it might not be as short as I'm thinking it's gonna be, but I'm gonna leave out the whole side story that's going on during the main part of this.
Please.
Anyway, Sunday, I run into this girl at the con that like I ran into the day before, and I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna run into her again. It'll be fun. But I run into her, and she's like, hey, are you going to this party tonight? And I'm like, wait, what party? Because I'm like, yeah, this girl's cute. Want to hang out with her?
Trying to smash. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest here.
So I talk to my friends who know about the party. They tell me where the party is. I proceed to go to a friend's car and drink liquor out of the trunk of their car. It was tequila.
Yeah.
Fast forward to that night. Actually, me and Deeps both drank tequila from the trunk of this car.
No, hold on. Wait a minute. You can't legally prove that I was involved with any of this.
Also known as Trunkila.
And so we fast forward to that party. Like, I'm hanging out. At one point, I get up to get my backpack to get a charger out to go charge my phone while I'm going to the bathroom. I'm not planning on charging my phone in the bathroom, just like consolidating my steps. I get into the bathroom, I reach into the back part of the backpack, and I'm like, oh, this is a really cool airsoft gun. And then I look over at the stranger next to me in the bathroom and say, actually, how can you tell if this is an airsoft gun or not? And I cocked it, and it was not an airsoft gun.
Oh no!
So an amendment to this, as someone who during my military, say part of my job to like on a daily basis handle firearms for the entirety of my command. When attempting to verify if a weapon is a firearm or an actual firearm or some kind of proper toy, the second to last you to check is rack the slide. The last thing that you do is pull the trigger. Like, those should be the two last things that you consider doing. They should not be your go-to. This is a safety briefing. The first thing you should try to do is eject the magazine and see what is inside of it. Because if it's airsoft, it'll very clearly be plastic BBs. And if it's a gun, it'll very clearly be bullets.
Gary, I wish I lived as exciting a life as you do. Oh, mansies.
I still think that's probably still my favorite Gary story that I've ever heard in my entire life.
Really good.
I think my body just like alters probability around me as I go, because that's the only way to explain how half of this stuff happens to me.
You are Murphy's Law.
I do also want to add this little bit of information in here. Because the events of Convention of Dragons do take place in the same universe that the Long Winter takes place in, but many years later, the Long Winter, it happened. Those events happened. And for simplicity's sake here, it was considered to be a success, but the subsequent fall of the Frost Maiden's castle, Grimskull, has turned Helen into a year-round, snow-covered winter wonderland, permanently changing the climate there. And it's rumored that the real Santa has a summer house there. The good news is tourism still really good, but there's no longer any river tubing.
That's
you know literally one. There's like two reasons to go there. One is candy, the other is tubing.
Yeah.
I do want to say something here before I go any further to like give y'all a peek behind the curtain here. I do have it in my notes. Tourism has been good. No more river tubing. And parentheses, new parentheses. Sorry, Deebs. I wrote that in there.
Oh,
so I did that intentionally. And then I said, wait, scratch that. This is a world of magic and crap. They can make magic river tubing a thing where it's all summery still. So congratulations, Steve. You still get river tubing.
Tubing.
And it's winter wonderland river tubing. So it's like it's cold on the outside, but it's nice and summery on the inside.
That's good, because I don't like cold water. It hurts me.
Oh man. Let's see. Other important things. Because all of our friends, they have done Dragon Con in various fashions. You guys have even worked there.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I have.
Me and Deebs. It's been a couple years rolling some fat ham doobies.
We did. We made ham snacks for people. When we ran out of bread, we just rolled the slices of ham up into little blunts of ham, and they're like, "Here you go. It's free. Don't complain about it because it's free, you asshole."
Yeah, we worked Con Suite, which is one of Dragon Con's best kept secrets. Like, they try to get the word out about Con Suite, but somehow people still don't know about it. It's a place where you can go at Dragon Con to get free food. Like, it's not a full meal. It's enough to survive the con.
Which that con suite, I have a mechanic in here for that. That is going to be where players can have a short rest, because that's essentially what it was. It was a short rest there. So whenever you're having your adventures, you'll go to the inside of the Hyatt on the second floor, I believe, is where it officially is. Excuse me. And you will have a short rest if you need to there. Whenever you want.
Yeah, it was often a place where we would all meet up, like at the con, to go do other things.
And now I do have one sad thing to say, which is considering that this is now 2022, that means the carpet's gone.
No.
Yeah,
retcon that.
unfortunately.
No.
Nope.
I have
It
a
is-
piece
it
of
is
the
gone.
original carpet.
It's a fantasy world. The carpet kept going.
The carpet keeps going.
The carpet was removed and replaced with a less exciting one. This is canon. I'm sorry.
It makes the cult make more sense.
It does.
However, every convention of dragons, somebody comes in and uses an illusion spell to change the carpet.
Yes, and that would be what the role of the cults of the carpet does, in which there are going to be various factions and cults and individuals of stinky, smelly, wonderful cosplayers and conventioneers and actors and who knows who else that will be interactable as NPCs that I've definitely programmed into this fantasy game.
Alex.
Yes.
Alex, I need to know. Did you actually plan that out for the carpet already?
Yes, I did.
I love you. I love you so much.
Oh man. And let's see what else. We do have. I want to tell you guys about the people that are in the Convention of Dragons, about the council, but I fear that's going to give too much away, so I'm going to hold on to that.
I want to go in only with the information that my character would know.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, one thing I am going to do, once this is all wrapped up, is I will drop the DragonCon survival map that I found through the Google machine and drop it in for you guys. So you know this is going to be the general area, and I'm going to try to be as faithful to each of the hotels and everything. I haven't been to the hotels in a very long time because Atlanta is far from me. Not quite as far as it is for Deebs and Jeff, but it's still further than I'm comfortable with some days. But we're going to try.
It's an hour.
It's an hour plus, and I don't like car rides some days. I get bored. Anyway, but I think at this point we can talk about anything else that you guys need to tell me right now. Your characters, for instance.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, should we start talking about our characters? Because I can go first if people are not ready.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead, Gary, and then just whoever wants to go next, jump in once he's done.
So I guess the details you all would need to know about my character is my character is an Earth Genasi, Derek Erickson. Go into Dragon Con with his younger brother, who is still unnamed. I will come up with a name for that character soon, but I make sure I attend Dragon Con with him every year because it is our yearly promise. Is my character a nerd? No, not at all. But my character is wearing a cosplay that his nerdy little brother made him, and it comes with like a great sword that the little brother put some time into.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions about my character?
No.
Sure, I have a question about your character, and I already kind of know a bit of answer, but you can answer this in whatever way you want. What does your character do for a living? Because everything that I've ever seen with like interviewing people who are at conventions, they'll be dressed as the nerdiest of things, the nerdiest of characters, and they'll always have like some cool, interesting job they do in real life. And you can answer however you wish, however you want to go with it.
My character is just chilling and billing for a living, my dude. Actually, I have a question. Would you prefer that my character be above the age of 18, or is high school delinquent okay?
Is high school delinquent okay?
Now, because this involves alcohol and making adult decisions at this convention, I would prefer if this character of yours were an adult.
18-year-old delinquent it is.
Good to go.
No, there's going to be alcohol.
I love it.
18-year-old delinquent it is.
Having a hard time with this AI getting it to do what I want.
Use the word digital art in your description.
Digital art? Wait, what? Really?
If you use the word digital art, it pops like all the pictures that I sent you. Like it'll choose that art style and it'll pop.
Okay.
Okay. So who wants to go next?
I hated all of those. That sucked.
I guess I could go ahead.
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to be playing as Flibble D, the Plasmoid Sorcerer. He's like a righteous kind of dude. Very much. For those of you familiar with Wally is more of the chill, relaxed kind of stonerish type character. Flibble D is more of the, you would find him on a surfboard talking about how awesome waves are, and he is heavily influenced by Michelangelo from the 1980s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Big energy, yo. We're going to have a blast. What a fun weekend. There's going to be so many great parties. And he's a wild magic sorcerer, so...
oh, God, I love that.
I pray things go wrong. That's my goal. Also, he doesn't wear clothes because he's a plasmoid. Anything that he carries just kind of floats inside of him. Usually he just kind of like rolls around all over the place, but every now and then when somebody starts talking, he'll like pop up into like something that's like 5.5 to 6 feet tall and create a mouth so they have something to look at.
I am disgusted at the prospect of what 12 hours at a con floor.
Oh my gosh, I just immediately got nauseated.
Okay, so part of it, instead of so he doesn't eat normally, it is via like an osmosis type.
Oh, so he's just eating the sweat and gross off the floor.
Hey man, it's something that he's not usually super picky about. He's just kind of like, it is what it is.
So
if it's ever somewhere where he's like, I am not rolling across this, he will pseudopod legs, so that he can like step around things. But usually he's just like kind of rolling around.
And if you have ever been in Atlanta in late summer, oh boy, the sights and smells and
it's Dragon Con sidewalk on Sunday is so fucking gross.
Okay, I didn't say he's covered in tongues. I didn't say that.
His whole body is a mouth.
I'm not. And it's not the taste of the sidewalk. It's everything on the sidewalk.
Yeah, sidewalk is the same, whatever. It's the nasty on top of the sidewalk.
I have found some weird shit on the sidewalk at Dragon Con. Also, you find a lot of wing bones.
Oh, that'll be an interesting thing. You make hands just out of the wing bones you find. You make a fake. This would be gross, and I would love
fingers. I make them little fingers sticking out of like my little arm pseudopod, and I flex them around to fuck with people.
Gross. Same question.
I'm gonna come touch you.
Same question. What does Flibbledy do for a living?
He is a professional hype man.
I love it. I'm not.
I had not considered the answer to that question until it exited your mouth.
Wait a minute.
And so I just went with the one thing that was dumb and sort of ish made sense. He's not a smart guy bringing attention. It's like what he does. There's also he's not like the smartest guy. So I did, for his uncommon magical item, give him the Medallion of Thoughts, because he didn't read that it was thoughts. He was told that it was the Medallion of Thoughts, and 100% misunderstood which version of the word thoughts.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh my god. I was going to make a thoughts joke, but you were already there.
Because
Oh, yeah. Maybe. Oh, here we go.
He'll still use it for like detect thoughts, but like every time he's or at least for the first couple of times, he was trying to detect thoughts, and instead all he discovered was someone's thoughts. And it's been generally disappointing, but yeah, everything's useful.
I'll grant you this: if you were going to detect thoughts instead of detect thoughts, you get disadvantage.
Wonderful. I'll accept it. I think it's like a DC 13 for that or something.
Oh, gracious.
And,
where did I put it?
I'm already seeing synergy here with the hype man.
I can detect up to 3 thoughts a day.
What kind of endurance is...
I also do want to further emphasize, my character is a plasmoid.
Gross. I love it. It's disgusting.
Find the outputs from the AI thing? Because I found good stuff, but I want...
You can edit like what it's already made. If you select one, hit edit, it'll let you erase part of it and then put in new words for that part that's been erased, so it fills that in with something new.
Okay, interesting.
Also vision.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to ask that.
I've never been the person to be that person. I hate that so much.
Here's how that
I
scene
will
is going to
stab someone over that.
Here's how that scene is going to go down. You're all going to be entering into a hall for a panel. The lights are already down. And Jeff he's going to go, "Hey, I got dark vision, y'all." Wonderful. I can't wait. It's going to be great. So we got 2 more to go through. Dr. Deebs, Abby, whomever, if you're ready.
I am almost ready. I'm going to send a picture into the in-game chat so you can all see the beautiful thing that I made.
Oh, God.
I was expecting a picture, not a link.
Yeah, you link the
You link the campaign.
Oh, no.
You have to save the picture and then post it.
Screenshotted it. Hold on.
Oh.
God, hold on.
So
Go ahead, Abby.
not fizzle is a Luddite.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Oh,
he's a wonderful little gremlin.
He kind of looks like a Vaporeon in a way.
Whoa.
Oh, not that much like a Vaporeon. Cool your jets.
So just got to make sure here, he is not a Lokoth or anything like that. He is a Triton, correct?
He's a Triton, yeah.
Okay, good. So I wanted to make sure this wasn't your backdoor pilot for Glorf entering into the main universe.
Why? God damn it.
It's too late. Too late, baby.
I gotta change some stuff.
Oh, man. So, Deebs, would you like to describe your character, or Abby, if you would like to? Feel free.
I mean, he just posted his stuff.
Yeah, I'll go with this. I won't make it Glorf. God. Because Abby would leave. So I'd feel bad.
This is true.
I would actually leave. I would take Craig with me.
This is he's a Triton rogue, arcane trickster subtype.
Okay, and what is his name?
Foz. He's cosplaying Foz. the character. Real name is something very boring. Dave Johnson is his real name.
Did you say Cave Johnson?
Dave, D as in Delta.
Okay, sorry. We're on Discord. Sometimes things don't always come through properly.
Yeah.
Dave Johnson, that's a great name.
Dave Johnson. He's a big, he used to play Lego Legends a lot, but then he got banned for saying some really spicy things in the chat because his jungle couldn't gank effectively. And so he still is really big into the Lego Legends scene, but he no longer gets to play it.
Wonderful.
He's not toxic. Other people are toxic. And the mods just didn't understand.
He sounds toxic.
Just didn't understand. Wonderful. And what does he do for a living, or does he play not Lego Legends every day?
He does work in IT.
Okay.
But it does give him a lot of time to work on his Lego Legends cosplays. And so this is a big deal for him.
All right. And anything else you'd like to tell us about Dave Johnson, which is the best name?
Yep.
It's so mundane. I like that.
Mm-hmm. He's a mundane dude until DragonCon.
All right, and Abby, that just leaves you. Are you ready to introduce us to your character?
I might as well be. So, I am a changeling. So today, here at DragonCon, surprising nobody, I decided to cosplay. So I am cosplaying what looks like a dragon armored warrior with a big old long sword. And like most female armor, it is very figure flattering, but it is not a bikini, and it doesn't actually show that much skin. But today I just look like a hot cosplay babe. Just for today. Are we going into class and everything, or just?
Yeah, please.
Conjuration Wizard, which may or may not make Alex's life a living hell with my minor conjuration feature. Already, that was one of the questions I was going to ask. Would you consider a liquid an object? An inanimate object that I could conjure with minor conjuration?
The TSA does not. However, I am not the TSA. So yeah, I will allow within reason.
Oh my god. Get that can opener right out.
Yeah, so definitely have a water bottle with me that is tinted, but you can definitely see the liquid inside is absolutely glowing because conjured items, let's see, the object is visibly magical, radiating dim light out to 5 feet. So glowing liquid in my water bottle, but that's fine and nothing to worry about. I went with the name Doot because I looked up changeling names and I saw Doot and I was like, it's better than Fack or Tuts, Rug, Juisk. I decided to go with Doot because I thought it was cute.
That's good. Although you did have the name that you dropped into the chat of Fake Dick.
Fack Dick?
Fack Dick, yeah.
Yeah, FAKDIC.
That would have been good too, but it's up to you. This is your character.
Nah, I'm going with Doot because I feel like it's better long term.
It's a good one, and it reminds me of that meme of Doctor Doom with the horn. I love it. It's great. Or like the skeleton from Doom that has a big saxophone or whatever. Sousaphone? What is it? Tuba? Tuba.
I don't know, but as a conjuration wizard, I can conjure a magic flute for Doot.
Hell yeah, I love it. And again, same question as everyone else. What does Doot do for a living?
I'd already planned that she was going to be in IT, so I was literally telling Kyler about it earlier today. Yeah, she works in IT, in kind of a recluse except for cons.
Okay, kind of a recluse except for cons.
And she does not tell people she's a changeling, so I don't know if you're going to establish that we know each other beforehand, but...
Well, that was something I wanted to pose to all of you while we were here. Also, like, I want to make sure that we have correct information about everyone here. And yes, we are those annoying progressive-y people. What is everyone's pronouns for their character?
I'm going with she, they.
Okay.
Derek is he, him.
Afaz is going to be they, them, because we try not to sexualize yordles. So, yeah, they, them.
Oh, yordles. I'd say that Flibbledy, in all actuality, would go by he, him. But if ever asked, what he would prefer to people to call him, he would prefer that they call him before the night's over.
Fuck you. I was writing something very serious, like prefers to blah blah blah. God, you son of a bitch.
The absolute mad lad.
Everything is a joke.
Like, it's pretty obvious. He's like, yo, what's up,
Right.
dude? How you guys doing?
Oh man.
So his pronouns are bruh and bra.
He is gonna get along absolutely fine with Derek. Him and Derek are gonna be bros.
Mansies.
And
Okay.
as for if Derek knows anyone in this group, absolutely not. Do any of you race import cars?
No.
No. Okay, don't fucking know you.
No, but Faz would be interested. he's got money that he's not spending on the premium Ari skins anymore, so maybe.
Okay, so we're establishing at the very least that Derek doesn't know the rest of you. What about everyone else? Does anyone else know the others?
I'd be fine with it. I don't know. I feel like Fizzledy, Fibble. I am so sorry. Okay.
No.
Type it into the chat so I can see it and visualize it, and then I will remember it. I need the visual.
You.
Fibbledy. Flibbledy. Okay. Thank you. Now I have seen it and I will remember.
That sounds like a plasmoid.
If Flibbledy goes to a lot of conventions, Doot also goes to a lot of conventions, and I mean, he's attention grabbing, and she wears attention grabbing cosplays. I feel like there's no way they wouldn't know each other, at least in passing.
Yeah.
Shared some
But
magic.
he may
liquid.
not like. He may not recognize her very often. Like each year, he has to be. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she just like shakes her magic liquid at him.
Isn't that how most con like interactions go?
Yes, 100%. Because like at cons, you're like tired. You're wearing colored contacts that sometimes get blurry. You've got a wig in your face. Like you've got so much going on, and people talking to you, and it's loud. And it's like, I introduced myself to someone who was like, "Yes, you've introduced yourself 10 times to me before," and I'm like, "Well, I'm an asshole. That's fine." I wish I was exaggerating. I felt like a total bitch.
I have a similar instance where like some guy just every year started coming up to me like, yeah, I've introduced myself before, so I'm just going to let you keep guessing my name until you get it right. It took about 4 years.
Is that an accurate number?
That may be lowballing it because I was extremely like blackout drunk every time I encountered this guy.
With all that in mind, we're about wrapping up here, making sure that we have all the right information. Oh, sorry. Does Dave know anyone else? Does Dave also? God damn it. There's Derek, Doot, Dave, and Flibble D.
Flibble D.
You all have
You're
D
welcome.
names.
You're welcome.
Sons of guns.
I could be Eric Erickson if you want.
No, that's a different character that you've already told me about. No. But does Dave know anyone?
I feel like he's probably played online with several of the people, but probably doesn't know them in person.
Wait, I think I finally have the name for my sibling.
Okay, cool. Great.
It's also Dave.
Fuck you.
Baited.
Oh,
Son of a fuck. Okay. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, he is Dave. There's gonna be Lil Dave and Littler Dave.
Beautiful. I love it.
Wretched.
it is right.
It's awful. It's horrible, and that's why we do this, because it's fun and it's silly and it's great. And I just deleted a page break because I suck at typing things. But there we go. I put it back in. It's all going to work out in the end. Okay, so with all of that in mind, when we come back, we have pretty much an established world of things here for the most part. Yeah, and it's all gonna be gravy. It's all gonna be cool, interesting things. Do you have any other inquiries, questions, or anything for me on all of this?
Yeah, I think for safety's sake, I'm just gonna say that my character is college age.
Okay, yeah, that works.
I was going to ask if there were any. Are there any like spells or anything that are going to be off the table?
Well, we've already established that minor illusion is people do that for the to bring back the effect of the carpet. So I don't think there's really anything that would be off the table.
Charms?
Ooh, yeah, because that can get into some territory to say the least.
Okay, but hear me out. Friends is a great spell.
Yeah, I was thinking the friend spell would be fun, but
This kind of, yeah.
it is very borderline.
Everybody drank.
I mean, it's more of the I use friends to like chill situations out that are about to get out of hand. You know, got to keep the party going.
Okay, let me.
That's my argument.
Yeah.
This AI generated character that I made looks like a cross between like fucking Cyberpunk and Dark Sun.
Well. Oh wait, the guy with the big glowy sword.
Yeah.
I like Jeff's surfboard-shaped goo man.
I haven't
I was
seen
like-
these.
I've fed the most like inane prompts into this thing, and that was the best one I found yet.
It's really good. Like whatever you did.
Let's see, what was that one specifically? He was charismatic Pixar amorphous one-celled sorcerer surfer.
But that's a lot of prompts. Is that how you get?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's
Yeah,
so
if you start feeding a lot into it, it gets
Like
more
a pencil
detailed.
and watercolor drawing of a bright city in a future with flying cars. That's my loading screen image right now as I generate another set of images to see if they're worthwhile. They aren't.
I haven't gotten that deep into the AI artwork. I've seen some interesting things that AI shouldn't be able to do, but it can.
Them AI titties.
Ope AI, yes. Ope AI.
Yeah. AI titties.
See, yeah, so with that all in mind, then, yeah, that is going to wrap it up for us this evening. If you have any questions, again, this is just the players, not the listeners. We'll get to that part later. If you have any questions, players, please send me what you got, and I will fill them out. If you have any other characters that you want to incorporate into anything. If you have any, if is this item off limits, is this thing off limits, don't hesitate to send me that, and we'll try to get it all worked in. So that's that for the beginning of Crits and Grits, a convention of dragons. Gary, I turn it over to you if you have anything to announce for Classic Crits and Grits.
Well, do we want to answer the question in this episode, or do we want to save it for the next
I think we should
Friday Night Fights? Okay, we'll save that one for Friday Night Fights.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Good.
As usual, listeners, thank you for listening. If you like what you hear, email us at critsandgrits@gmail.com or message us on Facebook. Send us your questions. We'll answer in character. As usual, we'd like to thank the people that have helped us along the way. We have Tithus. You can follow him on twitch.tv/Tithus or his podcast, Technicolor Trainwreck. There's Becky. You can follow her on twitch.tv/Sugar Puns. There's Jess with MomoCon. You can follow the MomoCon socials on Facebook, Twitter, all that. Also follow Jess on Twitch at twitch.tv/JessPanda. Then we have our buddies Jay and Ducky, who you can follow on twitch.tv/Rush918, or for Ducky at twitch.tv/Ducky Please, DUCKIEPLZ. And as usual, thanks for listening, listeners. Everyone else, I guess the new thing this week is players have a chill night. Enjoy your day.
We'll see you next time.
Enjoy your night too. I don't know. Whatever time you wake up, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Your
RBD.
morning could be somebody else's afternoon.
Yeah.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.